Felicitations aficionados. Today I will be asking you some questions. Do you have an unhealthy addiction for gacha games? Do you like being around women with questionable ages? And lastly, do you like watching anime non-stop for several days? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then I'm calling the police. Our society doesn't have a need for gamblers, child predators, or both. Coincidentally, I have a game that might be in your interest. You may want to play it during your jail time. Idol Manager. In the first glance, you might be asking, Iseb, what the fuck is this? Well, I'll tell you. You see, while I was experiencing some AAA titles, I saw this game. It said management, so I thought about giving it a try. In reality, I lost a bet and had to play it. This game might disguise itself to have qualities a Smash player would like, but deep down it has a purpose that is extremely noble and does good for the whole world. Its purpose is to get rich through child labor. Before you judge me for my righteous actions, just think about this for a second. If you could set an audition to hire children and make them work for 1000 yens per week, which is the equivalent of 7 euros, when every single you release would give you more and more yen, this deal sounds too sweet to pass. I will be honest, I would lower it a lot more if I could, but the minimum amount of payment you are forced to give is 1000 yen. With all that being said, let's talk about the game. To start, you need to create a character, choose your gender, write your full name to be something accurate, write a name for your group, choose your rival's gender, and then choose your difficulty. I personally chose unfair difficulty. You can choose any other difficulty if you want, with the admittance of having a skill issue. Now, let's begin. You have rooms you build. These consist of your office for your sales managers, dance rooms, recording studios, dressing rooms, doctor's office, break rooms, cafes, and lastly, theaters. I will go through them all. Your office, just a fancy name for your gaming room. In your gaming room you can change the salaries, terminate contracts, take loans, if you are bad at the game, and hold auditions for a stronger labor force. You have 3 types of auditions: local, regional, and nationwide. They get respectively pricier and will boost your chance of getting a higher rarity idol. Rarities are common, silver, gold, and platinum. Regionals give 1 guaranteed silver or above idol, and nationwides give 1 guaranteed gold or above idol. Try not to lose all of your money trying to pull an idol you want. On your first audition, you might want to get common idols if you want, but for future auditions, I recommend getting silver or above. Next room. Offices for women. Optimized for maximum work hours and no breaks. From these offices, you can get business deals in 4 different ways. These are photoshoots, advertisement, TV drama, and variety show. Whichever you get or prefer to get, you click on the icon when it's ready and choose one of the 3 random idols chosen for the job. Their specific stats for the required job can multiply their earnings in both cash and fans. Sending your idols to these business deals costs them physical stamina according to the payment and fan amount of the deal. This amount can range from an easy job to certain death. Dance rooms. You hire a coach and make your idols practice to boost their dancing skills. Recording rooms are just dance rooms but for voice training. Dressing rooms. Unlike the other 2, these are purely for stat boosting. Doctor offices. You can send your idols to doctors for them to regain physical or mental stamina. At the same time, doctors can lower the amount of hiatus time needed if your idols get injuries from a broken leg during a voice training, or if they get depression from being too happy about their salary. Imagine being able to get paid day offs just because you are depressed. I'm getting really tested with this. Break rooms are for making your idols consider the rope less, by making 5 of the idols with the lowest stamina recover 5 points of physical stamina each day. Cafes. You guys watch enough anime and porn to know what a maid cafe is. Just think of it with idols instead of maids. Cafes are only allowed 1 per group and help you get more fans each day. Theaters. They are there only for more income. You set a group to perform every day and they generate cash through the theater. These are all the rooms you can build. Also, each floor you expand towards costs you more and more weekly rent, so try not to lose your hard-earned cash in a heartbeat. Next is Idols page. You can see the stats and the stamina of all of your idols through here, and also how well you get along with them. You can send them to the rooms you choose and also set them to train automatically whenever they are free. One of the mechanics of this game is socializing with your idols. Of course, there is no chance of questionable things happening when Mr. Steen invites idols to his office. In the socializing menu, you get several choices, such as Act Normal, which boosts your friendship level with the selected idol. Also, choosing this gives you an interesting fact about them. Some actually interesting, and some might make me reconsider their perfect salary to an imperfect one. Be a degenerate, which may increase your romance level with the idol, or it can deteriorate your friendship level with the said idol. If you try this when an idol is already dating to someone, you have a higher chance of failing. Before you guys say anything, I did some testing and the minimum age for flirting is 18, which is a relief. I'm hoping you are agreeing with me. Other choices are asking them what they wish for, only for them to want a very specific and RNG based thing, which makes me forget about the idol overall. Succeeding in making the idol's wish come true gives influence over your idol. Next one is talking about the group, which gives 3 choices: being a woman, asking about their sorority, and asking them to teach other idols how to build a meth lab. For you to be able to choose any of these, you will need to have some friendship level over the idol. As for what these buttons do, Gossip gives you dirt on a random idol. Relationship gives you the friend list of the selected idol. Ask to Mentor gives the selected idol certain buffs. Another button, which uses up your influence over the idol to make them do certain stuff. You can make them stop bullying other idols. If idols bully each other, one who gets bullied loses mental stamina points periodically. But since the amount is like 20 or something, I never cared about stopping any bullies in the group. For doctors I had fix their mental easily every time. Find blackmail material on a member. From my experience of using this button one time, it does the same thing with the Gossip button, but instead this one can be aimed at a certain idol. Make them break up with their lover, which might let you have your degenerate ways. This one is useful for avoiding scandals such as getting in a car together with an ugly bastard, or a soulless male pop idol. But before using it, you need to find out if idol is dating someone. Even if they are dating but you haven't found out, the buttons won't be usable. And lastly, talking about graduation. Inside this one, you can do 2 things. Asking about the idol's planned graduation date, which gives you the approximate date of when they will tell you they are leaving the group. When their planned graduation date gets closer, 3 months beforehand, they will tell you they will be leaving. You can use your influence to prolong their graduation. Second choice is to fire them, with a reasoning you choose. This is useful when a certain idol gets scandal points on herself. When an idol leaves the group, so do the scandal points associated with the said idol. But if you decide to fire them immediately, you will get 1 scandal point for the whole group. Or you can choose to let them graduate gracefully to avoid a scandal point. However, it will take time. Also, firing them and firing them immediately lowers your friendship points with the said idol, which ends up with nothing. It literally did not have any bad outcomes whenever I did it. They did not become an assassin and came for my head. So I don't know the application of friendship lowering when firing someone. Last thing about the idol page is that every idol that graduates from your group gets a small story on what became of them. These can range from celebrity bullshit and successful business stories to becoming very based and getting a fate worse than death. Next page is Staff page. From here, you can hire staffers ranging from amateurs to real professionals to put them in a room which they will never leave. Every staff member has 2 stats which get upgraded more they use it. Sales manager can get deals and take care of marketing of your singles, shows and concerts. Dance coaches and music producers can train idols and help you make singles. Stylists boost your idol stats over time. Doctors can fix either kneecaps or brain issues that are caused by the perfect salary. You can also fire staff members by blaming some scandal points on them to get rid of the scandal. Higher quality staff requires higher amount of scandal points to get fired this way. Or you need to give a severance package to fire them. Scandal firing has a cooldown of 90 days, other has not. Activities page. In this one, you choose to do your daily activities. You have 3 choices: performance, which gives you cash; promotion, which gives you more fans; spa treatment, which gives 5 of your lowest physical stamina idols 2 points of stamina. It literally is a scam with the price tag it has, but sometimes you are in need of faster stamina regeneration. Performance and promotion can be upgraded up to level 10, which boosts the amount of money and fans you get. All 3 activities has a shortcut on your keyboard, which are Z, X and C. After some time you will find yourself spamming Z and C keys non-stop to not miss any days. Singles. In singles page, you roll or write a name for the single you will produce. Then choose the marketing, genre, lyrics and choreography types for the single. Every choice here affects to whom your single will appeal the most to. Either try to appeal to everyone or try to get 1 or 2 categories boosted as much as you can. The more you use the selected types, the more levels they gain, which will boost the appeal and sales they can get. One thing you need to know here is that if you choose digital release, production will not cost you anything, but every fan will only be able to buy 1 copy. If you choose any other marketing strategy, you will have to enter the amount of CDs you need to produce, which will cost you a certain amount associated with the marketing you chose. My opinion? Release a digital first. Check the amount of sales, and then start producing CDs, which will help you see the approximate number of CDs you will need. From my experience, ad campaigns are usually your best bet at having a boost in sales, with the 79% chance of success and 5% chance of critical success. You can also check trends and monthly chart on how much you or other groups sold with what category. Enter the number of CDs you need and continue. Now you need to set up the formation of the group. Idols closer to the center contribute more stats for the single and also get more fame points. Fame points determine how many Wojak faces will appear on social media when you release your single. More overall fame points you have, more sales you will receive. Set it however you want and then continue. The single appears on the singles page and it consists of 4 components: lyrics, choreography, song and marketing. You can drag the single to the needed rooms for the required production. Your main character can do literally everything production related, be it songs, choreography, marketing, etc. But you will mostly want him to do the first task needed in all of the productions. In this case, lyrics, because no one else can write them until you go for a certain route in the story. For song, you drag it to recording rooms. For choreography, drag it to dance rooms. And for marketing, you need to drag it to the offices. And wait till they are done one by one. When all of them are done, you press release and according to the marketing you chose, pray to the RNG gods for success. Your sales directly tied to your fan count. But you need to keep one thing in mind. Every fan you have is tied to one of your idols. Meaning, even if you have over 1 million total fans, you may still only sell out 50,000 CDs, if the formation is made out of newer idols. Also, you will want to release singles 1 month in between each other. If you release a single that is considered too soon, you will have considerably less sales. Yes, even Veep Trash can get overwhelmed. Cooldown being ready or not will be shown on the release button. Green means good to release. To get more income, you create sister groups, which don't share the release cooldown with the other groups. This makes you be able to pump out more singles in 1 month with each group you have. Next page, media. Works the same as singles, but instead of going on sale once, they give you income and fans every week. You can also select hosts with different fame points in exchange for weekly payment to make the show start with higher fame. Media is a kind of good way to get fans for specific idols, but remember that the platform you will choose will cost your idols stamina points weekly. They also get fatigue percentage every week. When it goes to red, you might want to relaunch the show you air. This will remove the fatigue, but also will make it up go faster. Special events. In special events, you have 3 choices: concert, election, and world tour. So, concerts. You choose songs and or talk breaks to a maximum of 10. You choose who will be in the center or who will talk. Choose the ticket price and where you will play, and continue. Never make any concerts where you change the ticket price other than maximum. More people might join, but money you get from maximum ticket price is always more. Also, concerts make performances insignificant, because the amount of money you will get from the concert will not fade away in 1 month, which is the cooldown for the concert. So, performance usage is out of the bag. Promotions are always objectively better since they give you more fans to sell CDs to. Whenever I played the game, at the start I had to use performances, but after the first concert, money stops being an issue. Elections are a way to get fame points on your idols. Every election needs a concert and a single together with it. After you release the chosen single, you wait 2 weeks and start the associated concert. At the end of the concert, election begins. No, I don't know what she is holding in the artwork. Anyway, you can also swap envelopes to make the idol of your choosing get elected in whichever order. And lastly, World Tour. You can send all of your idols in several destinations of your choosing, which is absolutely useless. You will lose more money compared to releasing a single, only return being some more fans, which if you leveled up your promotion usually can be gathered by 4 days of using promotion. I do not recommend you use World Tour for cash gain, but you might want to use it for leveling the promotion. Now, Research tab. Staff members that are not actively working but got put into the rooms will generate research points with time, which includes you. So, while you are browsing memes and doing nothing in the office, you are actually getting enough research from shit memes to up your lyric writing game. Research points can be used to level up categories for singles and media. Policies. Here, you can set 3 idols to have significantly more chance to appear for business deals. But doing that might give birth to some troubles between the idols, so I never used it. In the rest of the page, you can change policies for benefits or lowering the chances of accidents, such as one of your idols saying the gamer word on a stream. While I'm here, I will also tell you about the events. An event happens and you get several choices. Sometimes there is no good outcome, so you just try to get fucked less. But sometimes outcomes become too good. Events range from your idol getting in the same car with a politician, being influenced by Logan Paul, to reenacting some colorful moments from World War II. Choose whatever you want, according to your own judgment. Another thing about the policies is that every 90 days you can change a policy to lessen your scandal points that you gained from being colorful. SNS tab. SNS tab is short the real life Twitter, which makes it completely useless. Other 2 pages are tutorials and menu, which, if you need me to explain what they are, I recommend getting education. And now, the story. Heavily unimportant when we are really here for the child labor. That is why I will try to be as quick as possible. You are a human regarded as an individual that is called producer. If you want, you can add a background in the form of a name and make yourself an escapee from prison as well. Fujimoto gives you the upstart and the floor free of rent. He expects you to do good so that he can get more reliable in business standards after people see him invest on trustable people. You get called into a quiz TV show where you go into the finals with your rival. You name your rival and their group to something accurate. Fujimoto told you beforehand losing is better for it can bring a better deal. You both try to lose. Host of the show says that we got pranked epic style and no one wins or loses anything. After getting known, you now get invited to an idol TV show. A show where idols try to get an invitation to the Nation of Idols show. To get in, you need to get 2 Reddit upvotes out of 3 judges. 3 judges consist of 2 fairly known people and our rival. Surprisingly enough, our rival gives the deciding point to us and we now are invited to the Nation of Idols. Then you learn through your rival that Nation of Idols can become an international thing. Your rival doesn't like this idea and calls all winners to pull out from the show. You choose if you should or not. Whichever you choose, you will lose one of your best idols for not believing in the thing they believed in. I joined when other 2 teams didn't. How would the show continue? They fixed this by doing an interview with the main character, then having our scheduled performance, filling the rest of the allotted airtime. At the end of it, accepting the invitation gives you higher chance of better deals. Not accepting it, however, I literally do not care. I played the game long enough, so I cannot be bothered. After that, you get invited to a closed restaurant by your rival. They say that their plan is to make the ultimate idol. Days pass and Fujimoto comes to talk, saying he cannot lend us money anymore because he is in a financial situation. In the next days, you coincidentally run into him. He talks about his life, saying that he was in dirty business and tries to go clean. He even knows about the statue of Hachiko and its history. Hachiko's story is even one of the reasons why he quit smoking. What a lad. Then, a random mysterious group of 3 idols appear to top the charts. Who are they? No one knows. In chapter 4, you get the route selection. I completed all routes to review, but for me, canon one is the Fujimoto route, so I will start with that. Fujimoto comes to ask for your help. He is in need of cash for his new business and wants to go clean. He first asks for 100 million yen. I give him the money. As I do it, he invites me to dinner. He even has a chef, which is his friend, to cook the night's dinner for us. If you know Japan's standards, yes, he is a very clean dude with a very clean past. He cannot join us in dinner, so he leaves. We sit down to dinner table with Fujimoto. He starts telling us about his past. Apparently, he owned a hostess club before, and one of the girls under him got pregnant. Who is the baby? It's our rival. He wanted to be in the idol business, to be close to our rival, and try to be an indirect father to them. At the end of the dinner, Fujimoto gives us a choice for repaying our good deed. You can choose to lower your rent, fan boost on daily promotions, and getting more income from ticketed events. You choose whichever suits you the best and move on. But if I need to suggest one, choose the promotion boost, because you will need it the most. Fujimoto comes again asking for 300 million yen this time. I happily give it. He invites us to dinner again. This time his friend wasn't available, so he cooked the dinner himself. He talks in more detail about our rival, and has one of the most based lines this game ever produced. Next day, he comes to your office to repay for 300 million you gave to him. 2 choices are same, but there's a new choice here. Hiring him as a staffer. This is like one of the things I wanted throughout the whole game, and now it happens. I select it and have him as a sales manager. But Fujimoto is not a normal sales manager. First of all, he is a man in a staff position that is dominated by women, so it is his hard work that got to him there. Also, Fujimoto can write lyrics. He literally is a godsend. More news come around, and apparently Summer Game Olympics, which will be hosted in Japan, currently searching for an idol group to perform. My sales manager comes to me saying we are expected in the competition, and need to make a single to appeal to the jury of 5. We get research done and get a single ready where at least 3 of the judges need to like. Slowly, other requirements pop up. In 2 months, you need to not get scandal points more than you currently have, top the charts, and get a certain amount of fans. This is where I had to search around the internet for a solution, because I have found ways to do the first 2 requirements, but fan threshold seemed impossible to get. I only found one page, pull out TV drama business deals, they said. TV drama deals give out payment and fans in the initial agreement, and every week for 3 months. And what needs to be done is to spam promotion every day. Yes, your idols might have trouble breathing at the end of every day for 2 months, but it is required. Be sure to have enough money before doing this though, because whenever an idol gets injured, they cannot play in the TV drama, which ends up with a termination of the contract which you will need to pay for breaking it. I manage it with most of my idols being 1 foot in grave. I submit my song and start waiting. When you get chosen, game wants you to wait till next summer for it to be accurate, which, with my planning skills, it made me wait almost a whole fucking in-game year. With the amount of money I had, I literally just waited on fast forward. Whatever popped up, I just clicked continue. Time comes, game tells its time, and your idols start to sing with the credits rolling. During the credits, Fujimoto's smile made me feel quite good after working hard. Yes, I'm trying to justify my 100 hours in this game. Post-credits scene pops up. You have a talk with Fujimoto. He finally embraces our rival instead of being in the shadows, and Then game rolls into free play, which is endless. Now, I remember that I said I would cover the other endings, but during editing, I decided I don't want that. There are 7 endings in total. If you want to learn about them, go ahead and buy the game. I just read it on an article that it's even getting released on PlayStation 4 and 5 for some reason. But before ending this video, I must mention that this game is mod friendly. Steam Workshop is supported as well. One thing before you rush to buy this game to play with the mods though. Workshop is filled with very colorful mods. Even more colorful than a rainbow. There are some which sharply upgrades the game's quality, but they are few. In one of those mods, I must mention that there is an official uncensored patch as well, which adds some scenes and dialogue into the game. And yes, followers of homosexuality can enjoy it too. And if you ever get bored on your playthrough or realize that you are bad at video games, you might want to press F7 5 times. What does that do? I don't know. It's a mystery. I need to give the game a rating now. So, I rate the Idle Manager a game out of 10. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you on the next one, if there will be any.